Good morning children. Welcome to MBM classes. Today let us discuss some of the important questions of chapter 2 polynomials. First question. Write the degree of a zero polynomial. So the degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. In this case, you have to remember two types of polynomials. One is the constant polynomial and the second one is the zero polynomial. So what do you mean by a constant polynomial? All constant except 0. For example, 1, 2, 3, -4, -5, etc. are called constant polynomials. And what do you mean by zero polynomial? The constant 0, you call it as zero polynomial. The degree of this polynomial is not defined because any polynomial multiplied by any variable will give the answer 0. So it is not having any degree. So we are saying degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. Whereas coming to constant polynomial, this 1 can be written as 1 into x power 0. 2 can be written as 2x power 0, -4 can be written as -x power 0, etc. So what can you say about the degree of a constant polynomial? Its degree is 0. So you should note the difference between a constant polynomial and a zero polynomial. Degree of a constant polynomial is 0 and degree of a zero polynomial is not defined. Second, give an example of degree 27. So you are asked to give an example of a polynomial of degree 27. That means, what do you mean by degree? Degree is the highest power of the variable. So I can give the example as x power 27 plus 5x plus 3. Or you can write it as p power 27 plus 6 also. Anything you can write, that provided the highest degree of the variable should be equal to 27. Next one. Evaluate the degree of the polynomial y power 3 minus 2 into y square plus 11. Just by seeing the question, you should not decide that the degree is 3, highest degree is 3. First, in such situations, you have to simplify this binomial, product of this binomial, and finally decide the highest degree of this polynomial. So, when you multiply y power 3 into y power 2, you will get y power 5 minus 2y square plus 11y cube minus 22. So, if you are able to observe, the highest degree is 5. So, degree after simplification, degree of this binomial will be equal to, product of this binomial is, degree of this product of this binomial is 5. So, first you have to simplify and then decide the highest degree of this polynomial. Next, find the coefficient of x square in 3x square minus 5 into 4 plus 4x square. Again, just by looking at the sum, you should not decide the coefficient of x square. First, you have to multiply these two binomials. So, 3x square into 4 will be equal to 12x square minus 20 plus 12x power 4 minus 20x square. Now I need the coefficient of x square term. So you simplify these two x square term. So 12x square minus 20x square plus 12x power 4 minus 20. So 12 minus 20 is minus 8x square plus 12x power 4 minus 20. So always these types of sums, first you have to simplify and check. Here it is asked the coefficient of x square. So what is the coefficient of x square over here? So coefficient of x square is equal to minus 8. Next one. Find the value of the polynomial 5x cube minus 3x plus 7 at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. First, whatever the polynomial is given, write it in the form p of x is equal to 5 into x cube minus 3x plus 7. So, at the place of x, first you had to take the value of 1. So, p of 1 is equal to 5 into 1 cube minus 3 into 1 plus 7. So, it is 5 minus 3 plus 7. This is equal to 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 plus 7 is 9. Similarly, you find the value of polynomial for the value of 2. That is, value of x is 2. So, 5 into 2 cube minus 3 into 2 plus 7. This is equal to 2 cube is 8. 8 5s are 40. Minus 3 2s are 6 plus 7. So, 7 minus 6 is 1. So, 40 plus 1 is 41. So, we have found the value of p of 1 and p of 2. Next one, find the 0 of p of x is equal to cx plus d. We have to find the 0 of this polynomial. 0 means you have to take p of x is equal to 0. So, p of x is equal to 0. This is equal to cx plus d. Our cx is equal to minus d. Our x is equal to minus d upon c. What do you mean by a 0 of the polynomial? That means at the for particular value of s, this whole expression is going to become 0. That is, if you take the value of x as minus d upon c, p of x, this particular polynomial, will give the answer as 0. So, you have to find the 0 of this polynomial. For finding the 0 of this polynomial, we will equate this polynomial to be equal to 0. Next, if minus 4 is the 0 of p of x is equal to x square plus 11x plus 2k, find the value of, value of k. That means we have said in the question minus 4 is the 0 of p of x. That means in place of x, I will be taking the value as minus 4. Also, this, since it is given as 0, this whole value, this whole expression will be equal to 0. That means p of x is equal to 0, which is equal to x square plus 11x plus 2k. 0 is equal to, value of x is minus 4. So, minus 4 whole square plus 11 into minus 4 plus 2k. 0 is equal to 16 minus 44 plus 2k. 0 is equal to minus 28 plus 2k, or 2k is equal to 28, or k is equal to 28 divided by 2, which is equal to 14. For the value of k is equal to 14, this whole expression is going to be equal to 0. Next question. If p of x is equal to x cube minus x square plus x plus 1, you have to find p of minus 1 plus p of 1 upon 2. So, you are given p of x is equal to x cube minus x square plus x plus 1. So, you find first p of minus 1. P of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole cube minus 1 whole square plus minus plus 1. This plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So, minus 1 whole cube will give me minus 1 and minus 1, which is equal to minus 2. Now, you find p of 1. P of 1 is equal to 1 cube minus 1 square plus 1 plus 1. So, 1 cube is 1 minus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So, my answer is 2. Now, you have to find the value of p of minus 1 plus p of 1 upon 2. So, what is p of minus 1? P of minus 1 plus p of 1 upon 2 is equal to, p of minus 1 is minus 2, p of 1 is 2 upon 2, which is equal to 0 upon 2 is equal to 0. It's a very good question. Find the value of a and b if x is equal to 0 and x is equal to minus 1 are the roots of the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square plus ax plus b. So first you write the given polynomial p of x is equal to 2x cube minus 3x square plus ax plus b. First you put the value of x as 0. So p of 0 is equal to 2 into 0 cube minus 3 into 0 square plus a into 0 plus b. So this is equal to 0 minus 0 plus 0 plus b. So this is equal to 0. So my value of b is equal to 0. Second, p of minus 1 is equal to 2 into minus 1 whole cube minus 3 into minus 1 whole square plus a into 1 plus b. So this is equal to 0. P of minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is minus 2 minus 3 plus value of a into 1 is a, but found out the value of b as 0. So it is 0. So 0 is equal to minus 5 plus a, or the value of a is equal to 5. Next question. How many zeros does a cubic polynomial have? You know what do you mean by zeros? Zeros is nothing but a solution for particular value of x. That whole polynomial is going to be 0. So you have to find the value of x. So that means for a cubic polynomial you have to say how many solution does a cubic polynomial will have. You know what do you mean by a cubic polynomial? Whose degree is, highest degree is 3. So for a cubic polynomial the number of zeros will be equal to at most 3. The word at most is very important. At most 3, because it can have one solution, two solution, or 3. So that is maximum it will have 3 solutions. So the word at most is very important. So if you ask the question how many zeros does a quadratic polynomial have, you have to write at most 2. So the word at most, please concentrate this word at most. Next one, if R1 and R2 are the remainders, then this polynomial and the second polynomial are divided by x plus 1 and x minus 2 respectively. If 2R1 plus R2 is equal to 6, you have to find the value of a. So in the first polynomial put the value of 0 of x plus 1. So 0 of x plus 1 is minus 1, and in the second polynomial you have to put the value of 0 of x minus 2. 0 of x minus 2 is 2. It's nothing but the opposite value here. If you have plus 1, you will have minus. If you have minus, you will have plus. So in the first polynomial, I am going to put the value of minus 1. After putting, I am getting the value of the remainder. Since the remainder is given as R1, you have to replace this p of minus 1 as R1. If it is given as factor, you have to replace it as 0. If it is given as remainder, you will take it as whatever remainder is given over there in the question. R1 is given, so I will take R1. So R1 is equal to 5a minus 6. Similarly, if you are going to put the value of 2 in the second polynomial, I am getting the value of R2 as minus 10 plus 4a. It is given in the question 2R1 plus R2 is equal to 6. So 2 into what is R1? 5a minus 6 plus R2 is 4a minus 10 is equal to 6. On simplifying, 10a minus 12 plus 4a minus 10 is equal to 6, or 6a is equal to 6 plus 12 plus 10, or 6a. So on calculation I get the value of a to be equal to 2. 14a. So 14a is equal to, that is 14a is equal to 28, or the value of a is equal to 2. Next question. Factorize. First one, 5x square plus 16x plus 3. Here we are able to see the first and the last term are not a perfect squares. So we have to use the method of splitting the middle term. So first you write the factors of 15. That is, the product is 5 into 3 is 15. So the product is 15. So factors are 15 is 1 into 15 or 3 into 5. Since I need 16 in the middle term, 15 plus 1 is 16. So my two numbers are 1 and 15. So this middle term I am going to split it as 5x square plus 1x plus 15x plus 3 are in the first two, group the first two terms and the last two terms. The first two term x is common, so x plus 5x plus 1. Similarly in the second two terms, on grouping I get 3s common, so it is 5x plus 1. So my factors are 5x plus 1 into x plus 3. Next one, 5 root 5 x square plus 20x plus 3 root 5. Again the first one, the last one not perfect squares, so we'll use the splitting of middle term. Your product is equal to 5 root 5 into 3 root 5. So 5 3s are 15. Root 5 into root 5 is 5, which is equal to now 15 into 5 is 75. So 5 root 5 x square plus 15x plus 5x plus 3 root 5, because 15 plus 5 is 20 and 15 into 5 is 75. Here 15 plus 5 is also equal to 20. So now between these, group the first two terms and the last two terms. In the first two terms, 5x is common and inside the bracket you will write root 5x plus 3, and here root 5 is common. How root 5 is common? This 5 can be written as root 5 into root 5. If you want, you write one more step to take the common factor. To 5 is written as root 5 into root 5. So 5x into root 5x plus 3, and here it is 1 root 5, I can take it out. So inside the bracket root 5x plus 3. So my answer will be root 5x plus 3 into 5x plus root 5. So you should not have any doubt whenever there is a root question. In the rough column, when you calculate the product, it will be easy for you. And whenever you want to take the common factor in the case of root 5, express this number as root 5 into root 5. If it is root 3, express this as root 3 into root 3. Accordingly, you do it. Next, third one, x square plus 3 root 3x plus 6. Here the product is 18. So product is 1 into 6 is 6, not 18. Now this 6 can be expressed as 2 root 3 into 3. So I can write this as x square plus I need 3 root 3x. So I will write it as 2 root 3 x plus root 3x plus 6. So this is equal to x into x plus 2 root 3 plus I said this 6 can be expressed as 2 root 3 into 3. So you write it down. 3x root 3x plus this 6 can be expressed as 2 root 3 into 3. So x into x plus 2 root 3 plus what is common over here? Root 3, and again it is x plus 2 root 3. So this is x plus 2 root 3 and x plus root 3. You should know how to write it over, how to split this 3 root 3x. You know 2 into root 3 is 3. So 2 3s are 6. So I am getting 2 root 3x plus 1 root 3. 2 root 3 plus 1 root 3 will give me 3 root 3. Also when I multiply these two, I will be getting 6. So you should be careful, very careful while splitting the terms whenever you are having root. Next one, using identity you have to find the value of 104 whole cube. 104 whole cube can be written as splitted as 100 plus 4 whole cube. So this is nothing but a plus b whole cube. A plus b whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Here a is equal to 100 and b is equal to 4. So we'll replace the value of a and b over in the identity. So it is nothing but 100 cube plus 3 into 100 into 4. We can take it common over here, 100 plus 4, and over b cube, 4 cube. So on simplification I get so final answer I am getting it as 1124864. Next one, factorize 64a cube minus 27b cube minus 144a square b plus 108 ab square. Now in this, if you are observing, it is of the identity a cube minus b cube. What is a cube? A minus b whole cube. What is a minus b whole cube? On the expansion of this I am getting a cube minus 3a square b minus 3a plus 3ab square minus b cube. So whatever you have, you are having this identity. So in place of a, on comparing I get a cube is equal to 64a cube on comparing these two values, and b cube is equal to 274 b cube. So on comparing this, from the given expression I am getting the value of a cube as 64a cube and b cube as 274 b cube. So you have to find the value of a and b. Not 274, it is 27. Please change it, it is 27. Now a will be equal to cube root of 64, which is nothing but a is equal to 4 and b is equal to a is equal to 4a and b is equal to 27. Since it is a minus identity, my answer will be 4a minus b. Value of b is 3. 4a minus 3 whole cube. Sorry, it is b also. 3b whole cube. Let me say once again, the given expression is 64a cube minus 27b cube minus 144a square b plus 108ab square. So this is of the identity. Expansion of the identity is given, that is a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. Now on observation I get my first term a cube is equal to 64a cube and the last term b cube is equal to 27b cube. So you find out the value of a and b. A is nothing but cube root of this 64, which is nothing but 4a, and b is nothing but the cube root of 27b cube, which is b is equal to 3b. So my final answer, when I replace it in the left hand side, I will get a minus b whole cube, which is nothing but 4a minus 3b whole cube. Next question, x minus 1 by x is equal to 5. Find x square plus 1 by x square. Here also I told, whenever you having a square, you have to find out the value of the squares. Whatever is given, you square it. So it is given x minus 1 upon x is 5. So you square x minus 1 upon x whole square is equal to 5 square. This is nothing but x square plus 1 upon x square minus 2 into x into 1 upon x is equal to 25. X and x will get cancelled. Our x square plus 1 upon x square is equal to 25 plus 2, which is equal to 20. Next one, a square plus b square plus c square is 90. A plus b plus c is equal to 20. You have to find ab plus bc plus ca. Here also a plus b plus c is equal to 20 is given. So let me square. A plus b plus c whole square is equal to 20 square. Or a square, expand this identity, a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca is equal to 400. So a square plus b square plus c square, let me take 2 as common. ab plus bc plus ca is equal to 400. The value of a square plus b square plus c square is given as 90 plus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca is equal to 400. 2 into AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 400 minus 90, or AB plus BC plus CA is equal to 310 upon 2, which is equal to 155. So whatever is given, you square it and find out the respected value. The sums. Now based on the video, you answer this question now. Give a relation between a and b. If x minus 1 and x plus 3 are the factors of the polynomial, Also find the value of a and b. Give your answer in the comment box. Hope you will give the answer in the comment box. And also you understood all the sums explained above.